Hey guys, June here with a guide video for the challenge mode of Gregorovic. Gearing up for this fight is pretty easy. Any attack style will work and any armor will do just fine, but you definitely want to bring dread nips and you want to have some way of mitigating the poison damage. Potions will work, but Greg does drain the timer on those, so if you have the Venom Blood perk in your augmented armor, you'll find that's much more effective. This fight is also very similar to the normal mode fight, so for the sake of saving time in this video, I'm going to assume that you already know how to kill Gregorovic in normal mode. If not, click the annotation on screen now and that will shoot you over to my normal mode guide. So the fight starts off almost identically to the normal mode, and unusually enough, his basic attacks don't actually seem to deal any more damage than in the normal mode, which is unusual because all of the other challenge mode bosses have much higher basic attack damage. Obviously, we still want to make sure that we do the prayer switch for the flurry attack because even at its base damage, it's still very painful, and when he does the Rise Child, this is the first of the changes to challenge mode. He summons 2 red spirits simultaneously. The 2 spirits are never of the same type, and because of how they move and the fact that they have increased defense and a miss doesn't tag them, you'll often actually find that Greg gets the buff whether you want him to or not. Over the course of the fight, these buffs will stack up and he will become much more challenging as a result. However, if you're using the Venom Blood perk, you can effectively ignore the Spirits of Delirium. These are the ones that contribute the poison bonus. If you keep Gregorovic lured over to the side of the room where the Mask of Delirium is, you ensure that one of the 2 spirits that spawns is always a Spirit of Delirium, and then you can just ignore that one. This should give you plenty of opportunity to tag the one that's left, and thus you won't have to deal with any of the nasty buffs. After the spirits, he does the Shadow Knives just like normal, and he cycles through all of these until you fully deplete his HP, which is when challenge mode actually changes. At this point, Greg transforms you into a shadow clone of himself, and then the area starts getting invaded by what are supposed to look like mock players. As a clone of Greg, it's your job to deal with these as he regenerates his HP. In this form, you can continue to eat or use potions, but your access to abilities and prayer switching has been blocked. Once you've targeted one of the enemies, you'll attack automatically with a relatively slow attack that deals typeless damage and can kill them in roughly 3 hits. This attack can also chain to another enemy, so if possible you want to group them up together to save yourself some time. They deal moderate damage and you're likely to be under attack by 2 or 3 at once, so you will sustain pretty significant damage at this point, and most forms of healing are blocked such as Soul Split, so you will have to eat. Try to time your eating when you're moving between targets because the act of consuming food will stall your attack rotation and cost you some time on the fight. Once the white hunters have been killed, Greg becomes attackable again and resumes doing the exact same rotation that he did for the beginning of the fight, with however much HP he restored during the process of killing the white hunters. At this point, all we have to do is continue on like normal until he's dead. Thank you guys as always for watching. Greg I find to be the easiest of the challenge modes as well as the most interesting. The shadow mechanic especially is pretty creative and I had a lot of fun with that, and I also was able to get the pet just a few kill count into testing out some strategies for this, so I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully this guide gives you what you need to get some kills of your own, and I'll see you in the next video.